Hello, everyone. Happy holidays. There's one person, though, that isn't very happy with the NBA, and we are talking about Penny Hardaway. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel, and we're going to talk about his comments and whether or not we feel like it's facts or cap. Everybody has their opinions about the NBA and whether or not the era of old. We're going to talk about 90s. Maybe let's go back to the 80s because some of us watching this 80s babies. 80s, 90s, and maybe early 2000s. Like we're saying, those was the hardcore years. And then this era right now is Buddy Buddy Soft, Charmin Soft, Baby Thigh Soft, whatever things that you can think about. That soft, pillow soft, marshmallow soft, cotton soft. That is this era. So let's look at that and see what you guys' reactions are. I have a host of reactions from the group 2MW 360, 2MW Sports 360. By the way, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. Anyway, let's see what Penny said. So I'm going to put the comment up on the screen. That is it. And you can see it's from Clutch Points, and Clutch Points highlights the facts that he says it's just getting worse and worse. No one shoots layups anymore. That's my Penny Hardaway excruciating reenactment of that quote. It's just getting worse and worse. No one shoots layups anymore. Let me see if I could be dramatic the whole time through reading what Penny Hardaway is saying. I'm an actress, right? He said, over the years, to me, it's just getting worse and worse. Not in a bad way, but for me to watch, because I'm in college, I see fundamentals and playing team ball. And just shooting all the threes now is just a little irritating to me. All the threes now are just, again, a little bit irritating just to watch an NBA game. No one shoots layups anymore. It's fun to watch fans, but for guys that were pure in the game, it's a little difficult. And I didn't mean to mock Penny because I was just having fun, but that was the whole quote. Basically, he's saying it's hard for him to watch NBA games, is getting worse, and he coaches, right? He coaches college basketball, and we all know the college basketball focuses on the fundamental aspects of the game. So running plays, running team basketball. Do we see team basketball in the NBA? Yes, with OKC, my team. But beyond that, okay, maybe old Golden State, maybe. Okay, I'm being picky, but we do not see it in this era as prevalent and as blatant as we used to see it in the past. And I'm talking 80s, 90s, early 2000s, like I mentioned before. So the question is whether or not he is right. Again, 2MW Sports 360 is a group on Facebook where I'm fielding most of these comments. And let's see what people said in response to Penny Hardaway. And if you have comments yourself, go ahead and leave them in the comments. Would be happy to read through what you feel. Anyway, so here are some of the comments. One person said, Cooper Flag just had 40 with all layups, which is true. So right now, let me see if I got any critical emojis. He's giving Penny a thumbs down on this thing. Next comment, analytics and lack of development of amateur levels throw in all these trainers out there and these kids. Out there that teach these kids useless skills, silly drills, and this is what you get. All right, so he's agreeing with Penny Hardaway. He's saying that the trainers today are not training these NBA players any skills that are worth using or worth seeing. So again, he's agreeing. Oh, no, not a thumbs down. Let me put a thumbs up. Thumbs up for Penny Hardaway. Um, Next person is saying, then don't watch it. Let's be real. It's always old heads. It's always us old heads that trying to hate on every era instead of just enjoying it. I messed up that first line. Let me say it again. He said, then don't watch it. Let's be real. It's always us old heads that go trying to hate on every era instead of just enjoying it. We would have the 70 or the game that was not good, 80 or starting 90 jump. I don't even know what that says, but so he's comparing the years. So he said we would have the 70s or the game when the game was not good, 80s or starting 90s, 2000s. The game got worse. Well, 2010, I'm not watching it. It got worse. Stop it. Let's be real. More competition now than it ever was. There's less college seniors in the NBA or draft for a reason. Give me a 19-year-old rookie over a 23-year-old rookie. He said a lot there in that comment. I don't know if I agree with all of it, but I get the gist that he's like, nah, he don't agree with Penny Hardaway. Same guy from the top comes back and says, also, how does Jalen Brunson get most of his points? So Jalen Brunson is not too big. Pause. Jalen Brunson is not a tall player, I guess what he's saying. And then that means most of his offense comes from layups. The next person says, exactly, agreeing with homeboy. And you could name a ton of player that work mostly inside. Quotes like this is just BS. Only people who don't watch the game agree with stuff like this. I feel like there's some truth to it, but I'll get to it later. Let's see if there's more. I'll scroll up with this, and the person below says, it's crazy that folks get to the rim only to kick it out for a three. Sometimes it's a good play. Sometimes it puts pressure on the big and gets them or whoever down there in the foul trouble. Folks be looking like Ben Simmons. So, yep, disagree with Penny, but also like brings up a point about the style of play today that they actually could get to the rim to score, and then they would pass it out to the perimeter because in this day and age it's cooler to shoot threes. So I hear you on that. Let's see if we have any more comments. The last person at the wee bottom says SGA is the hope. And yeah, SGA is the hope. SGA is my guy, my player, my team. We just want a chip, don't want to rub it in. Okay, I'm rubbing it in. But yeah, that's pretty much what the comments are saying about Penny Hardaway. Looks like a mixture of people that's saying get over it, old man. New era, new time, new ways. And I'm okay with the us old folks hating on the youngins. It's okay. They don't do fundamentals. All right, you like that English? They don't do fundamentals. And watching nonstop threes, watching bigs taking threes. I mean, back in the 90s, they used to go crazy when Sabonis Senior used to take threes from the 3-point line, but that's how they played in Europe. Then I think Rasheed Wallace started taking threes from the 3-point line, and so threes by bigs earlier on started happening back then in the Ben Wallace Sabonis Senior days, but they were far and few between, and we loved it. We were like, oh my gosh, look at these guys expanding their skill set. Now that's all we see. When was the last time we saw someone that was a pure big a pure big playing in the paint. Like I won't say like a Shaq, but I'm like what I mean is like a bully in the paint. Um, we don't have too many bullies anymore. So, um, we do have people like Russell Westbrook who will go down the lane and take a bruising, and you could see on his shoulders and his back like those bruisings aren't coming from anything else but going in the lane. So he's willing to go to the lane to make a layup or he's known for his dunks though, but he's willing to do that, but not too many are willing to do that. Pretty much SGA, which was the last comment that was left on the screen. But what do you think of Penny's quote? I'll put it back on the screen for you before we sign off so you can see again. He just says it just keeps getting worse and worse. No one shoots layups anymore. Is he just an old man just complaining, or is there truth to it? Let's talk about Penny. Peace.